the door. I'm not heating the whole damn neighborhood. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Old Man Gamer Network. I am Combat Carl, known the world around because of my fierce war face. Anyways, today we are going to be talking about Ebony, The King's Return. This is a game that you can play either on your Android or your iPhone, and it's been around for a while. This is a honest-to-goodness beginner's guide. This is not the guide that's going to tell you how to get from level 30 to level 35, because honestly, that's a different channel. This is the guide for when someone asks you in the game, what's your max march? And your answer is, how the hell do I know that? This is the channel for you. We're going to help you with the basics. We're going to help you with getting around the game. There are multiple screens. The screens are tied into each other. They are not actually very intuitive sometimes. So we are also going to concentrate on the free-to-play aspect of this game. We're not going to cover the pay-to-play aspect of this. There are three main areas in this game. There's the mysterious puzzles, there's the city view, there's the world view. Those are the ones, for the most part, that we are going to cover right off the bat. But before we do any of this, we have to get the game going. Now, I am going to let you know that for the purposes of being able to present this game to you, I am actually playing this on my PC. I'm using an Android emulator called BlueStacks, and that allows me to have games normally built for my phone run on my computer, and that's how we're able to kind of capture all of this content for you. And if that's the way that you want to play, then that's the way to go. BlueStacks works fine. So if that's what you want to do, if you want to sit down and play it at your PC, that's certainly a way to go. So the first thing that we're going to do when we load this game up is it is going to ask us to select a culture to represent. So you have a number of these cultures that you can pick from, and it will default to America. And you can see there are what are called culture features. Every culture has these three features. Some people may call it a buff, and a buff is something that gives you an increase. A debuff is something that takes away from you. So these all have positive numbers next to them, so these would be called buffs or bonuses. There is a little bit of text. You can scroll down. It will give you some lyrical pose for you to ponder upon in your heart as you try to figure out what you want to do, what culture you want to start off with. Now this one, a lot of people will start off with the American culture just because, first of all, it's the default. It's the one that pops up first. This has a gold levy bonus. That basically means that you're going to get more gold than the other guys. You're also going to have a siege machine attack bonus of 5%. You are also going to have a training speed bonus of 3%. These numbers don't sound like a lot, but a lot of them will stack up on top of each other. So, if you get a 3% bonus and another 3% bonus and another 3% bonus, well, next thing you know, you got a lot of 3% bonuses. So what you can do is you can scroll from side to side, and you can view the different cultures, and you can see what their bonuses are. You may want to pay attention to these because some of these will counteract some of the other cultures that we're seeing, because we will talk later about the combat triangle and about how one type of troop has an edge over another type of troop. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click America because, well, America. And this is going to start it. You can find the version of the game in the upper
My
right-hand
liege,
corner.
the in-city resources are in short supply.
No. So if you don't want to listen to somebody yapping in your head, the first thing you do is you're going to click like crazy about 8 times, and that's going to take you out of the tutorial. You're going to see the big bouncing sword. You saw it jumping up and down here. It'll take you out of there. You can go over here. This is what we call the 3 dots. Click on 3 dots. Click on settings. Go to options. And then you can click the sound and the music off, because I don't want somebody to be yammering in my ear while I'm trying to play this game. We are going to cover all of this in a later screen. So the tutorial was pointing to the mysterious puzzle. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click on that. You're going to see there are a number of different levels, and only the first one is unlocked. Egypt, it says level 1 through level 5. And you have 2 options. You can enter, or you can back out and go to the previous screen. We're going to go ahead and enter. And we're going to be at the very first puzzle. And if I'm honest, this is actually the reason why most of us are here. We're here because of puzzles. I was looking for a game that I could play when I was, well, let's say, seeing a man about a horse. I mean, let's just call it what it is. And this game is not it. This game is a little more involved than that. But the puzzle aspect of it, the screens are very straightforward. You have a guy, and the guy wants the treasure. And the guy has to overcome obstacles to get the treasure. You're going to see these, I call these hint bubbles. And when a screen loads up, sometimes it will show you little hint bubbles. There is a specific sequence in which you have to do these things. Because if you do it out of order, then your guy turns into a burned up marshmallow. There is no bonus for doing it fast. There is no bonus for doing it wrong. You just waste a lot of time. Nobody wants to do that. So apparently this is not the right one to do the first time. So let's pull this one out. The boulder rolls in, extinguishes the flame. Now my little guy can come in, run across the boulder, and do the Rocky pose. We have won something. If you want to know what it is, you can click on it or tap on it with your phone. We have won one 10K food box. We can use that to gain 10,000 food. That sounds like a lot. You'll find out later. There are basically only 2 controls on here. There is the green arrows, which will allow you to reset the puzzle and do it again. And you don't get any bonuses for doing the puzzle over and over and over again. You can only get the reward one time. Ta-da, we did it. Aha, we've claimed this already. So you can redo the puzzle, or you can get out of there. We've done our one puzzle, so let's get out of here. This is how we navigate. Once we finish level 5, it will open up the next level, which will then open up the next level, which will then open up the next level. But it's not really that easy. So now we're going to go back to this main screen, and we're going to do a quick reset. We're going to get this going again. If you want to get out of this tutorial, you just click outside. You just click off the screen, or you just click. Don't click where it's pointing. Click away from it about 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times. In order to reset the game, you are going to click on the 3 dots. You're going to go to Settings. You are then going to go to Account. You're going to go to Start a New Game. And then here you're going to have to type in all capital letters the word delete. And what that's going to do, it's going to wipe away this number here. This is your number, your ID number. Your ID number doesn't change. You can change your culture, you can change your avatar, you can change your name, you can change your alliances, but for all time and eternity, while you are playing, this number is the number that is going to be you. So if you want to start over with a clean slate, all capital letters, the word delete, confirm, and then it is going to take you to what they are going to call the world map. I will call this almost the server map, because the world that we were just on here is server 352. It is called Sanctum. The king is from the Alliance EXL. His name is Necromancer, and they have and this is their world. The world we were just on. All those players are on this server. This represents a computer in a big data warehouse somewhere. Now, if you go to this next little castle, this is server 353. It is called the Legion. It is PRT, I believe that's the Praetorian Guard, or the Praetorians. Their king is Tiberius Rex. And you are going to hear us talk about server versus server much later in this series, but this is what they're talking about. On server versus server, this server is now going to combat this server. They're going to see which one of them is the big dog. But when you reset your account, the benefit of this is you can go through and you can pick the server that you want to start on. So for some reason, let's say, let's go over here. Let's say if you want to go to server 362, called the Magic Kingdom, their queen is Lovin_XOXO with the PTL Alliance, and if you want to, you can play on this one. This one says they are an American server. That is not a hard and fast rule. There are a number of servers here that have a number of people from various different cultures on them. You can this is an Australian one down here. You've seen there's a couple of British ones there. There are a lot of flags that, I'll be honest with you, I don't have any idea. This one up here, this one says they are a United Nations. Who gets to set that? I don't know. We'll have to find that out at some point. So you can pick which one you want to go to. Some of them are pretty harsh. Some of them are what we call bubble and burn worlds, and basically what that means is you have to have an alliance agreement. You have to have a bubble on the entire time, and that gets kind of expensive. That means that basically you are combat. You can be attacked at any time. Conversely, you can attack at any time. There are some of these servers, especially some of the older ones, where there are periods of time where attacking other players is off limits. It's often referred to as an NAP, or a non-aggression pact, or a ceasefire or a truce. They will say for 4 days of the week, Monday through Thursday, you are not attacking other players. But come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's game on, baby. So, and that's something that with experience you will kind of figure out. So we have deleted our character, and let's say if we want to go back to our world, the one that we originally started out on, then we can click this again. Are you sure you want to start a new game on server 352 Sanctum? You hit confirm, and then we're going to get the loading screen again, and then we are going to be right back to where we get to select our cultures. once again. I think that's a good place to kind of stop here. This is just kind of an introduction. This is what we're going to be doing for this game. We're going to be going through the screens. We're going to be talking about what it is each one of these screens do. We're going to talk about why you might want to produce a lot of ore, or why you might want to produce a lot of traps, or why gem gathering speed would be a bonus, or mounted troop HP would be beneficial to you. We're going to talk about all of these. We're going to talk about how to navigate. We're going to talk about how to function in this game. And at some point, we will start to talk a little bit more about tactics. Anyways, I am Combat Carl. This is the Old Man Gamer Network. We are going over Ebony, the King's Return. And on our next episode, we are going to run through the tutorial, and we're going to talk about some things that they have left out that might be handy to know. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Cheers. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today. Be sure to tap that thumbs up button if you think we've earned it, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and that little bell to be notified when new content comes out. Be sure to check out these other videos, and I'm Combat Carl for Old Man Gamer Network. You guys be sure to go straight home. No screwing around.